Alastor X daughter listener, platonic. A not so lovely crush. Alastor doesn't find out, per se. He discovers. He's humming in the hallway at the Hazbin Hotel, radio static crackling softly around him when he hears you in your room. He's just kind of, I don't know, he's smart, and his voice is kind of a pause, like hot. The hallway goes very, very quiet, and the lights flicker. Somewhere in the pentagram city, a radio glitches. Alastor doesn't barge in. No, he straightens his coat, smile stretching just a little wider than usual. That night at dinner, he's syrupy sweet. Tell me, my dear, how do you feel about television? You freeze. His antlers creak faintly. He already knows, but he won't yell, he won't rage. He'll laugh, a soft, amused smile. Of all the power-hungry little pests in hell, you've chosen him. And for the worst part, he sounded disappointed. Not angry, just disappointed. But when VOX starts to flirt back, that's when it gets dangerous. If VOX ever found out you liked him, oh my goodness, he would weaponize it. He shows up on every screen near you, leaving glitchy little messages and smirks when Alastor's in the room. The temperature in the building drops. Alastor's smile doesn't drop, it sharpens. He pulls you aside, voice calm but tight under the surface static. My dear, you may entertain whatever silly infatuation you like. His shadow looms darker behind him, but that thing is not safe. Here's the key. Alastor doesn't care that VOX is bad. Alastor is bad. He cares that VOX is manipulative, petty, and obsessed. He knows VOX would date you just to get under his skin, and that he cannot allow. But if VOX ever defended you, well, no, let's say if you ever defended VOX. Oh, come on, Dad, he's not that bad. The room distorts slightly. Alastor tilts his head. Not that bad, he laughs, bright and wrong. My dear child, he once attempted to digitalize half of hell out of sheer vanity. He kneels to your height, grin unwavering. You are far too young and far too precious to become someone's revenge plot. He doesn't forbid overnight. I mean, he doesn't forbid it outright, at least. That's not his style. Instead, he makes you doubt VOX, plant seeds. Does he call when the cameras are off, or does he like you, or does he like the idea of annoying me? Would he smile at you without an audience? Alastor plays the long game, a very long, petty game. What if you actually liked VOX for real? Now this hits deeper, because if it's genuine, if VOX treats you well and no one's watching, if you're happy, Alastor does notice, and it unsettles him more than anything, to be honest, but he watches quietly. He tests VOX and pushes him, and if VOX ever snapped at you, mocked you, or used you, that's it. There wouldn't be a dramatic confrontation, there would be a silence. Then one day, VOX's signal cuts out for a very long time, and Alastor would be humming in the kitchen like nothing had ever happened. Now this is what makes it interesting. Alastor doesn't get jealous because he wants control over you romantically. Obviously, you're his baby. He gets territorial because you're his child, VOX's rival, and he refuses to let VOX have any kind of leverage over you. But underneath that, all that theatricalness, he is scared, not of VOX, but of losing you, because for all his monstrous charm, you are one of the few beings he actually cares about, and caring, that's one thing Alastor does hate admitting he does.